what should I put on my biography slides on my presentation? That's a question I get asked a lot of times, right? You know, because as you know, if you go watch a presentation, most people start their presentation by saying, oh, my name is Bruno Souza and I do this and I do that and I did this project, I work for this company. You've seen this, right? That's like a common thing. It's kind of a common pattern. A lot of templates kind of suggest you to have, like, you know, the first thing, your bio slide or something like this. And I was giving a talk today at Lambda 3, one of the top developers here in Brazil, right? In the top development companies in Brazil. And there's this question about, you know, what should I put in on the presentation slide, right? And let me tell you this. The most important thing that you have to do in your presentation is actually get people inspired to take action. And the truth is, people get inspired when they see a solution to a problem. When they come to a presentation, they want to, you know, they have some kind of problem. They want to learn something. They want to, they want to see something new. They want to, they have a problem that they need to fix in their projects. So they come to the presentation to hear about that, you know, to hear about the problem, to hear about the things that whatever it is that you're going to talk about, right? And honestly, they don't come to the presentation to hear about you. Got that? You know, seriously, people don't care about you, right? So they don't come to the presentation to see you and hear about you, and all of these, it's you, right? Your ego, and you want to be known, you want to be recognized, so you want to talk about that, right? I understand, I totally get it that you want to talk about yourself because you want to show that that you have credibility. I understand that, but people don't come for that. Okay, so if you have, like, the first thing you talk in a presentation is about you, it's about the things that you did, what happens? People are not paying attention. You know, they don't care about you. They're not paying attention. They go on their cell phone, they go on the computer, they adjust themselves, they talk to something, the guy on the side, and then once you start talking about something that's important, they start paying attention at you. It's harder to get attention back when people's not paying attention anymore. So, for credibility, so my two suggestion is, when you start a presentation, go directly into the content, right? Go directly what people will come here to hear, because then they start paying attention to what you have to say. And then at some point in the presentation, you can stop and say, look, you know, why am I talking about this, right? You know, why I'm here explaining to you how to present yourself. Well, because for the last 20 years, that's what I do. I help developers to improve their presentation and to share better so they can improve their careers. And so you can talk about you at that point, because now people are paying attention at you, right? Another way for you to get credibility is have someone else introduce you. You know, so before you walk in on stage, get a friend of yours, get someone from the organization, get someone to just come in and say, oh, let's hear a round of applause for Bruno Souza. I know he's just coming here all the way from Brazil to talk to us about sharing, you know, whatever. You write that, you know, you can write that down so the person is going to read it. So then, you know, because someone else is introducing you, that gives you some credibility. And then when you walk in on stage, you can just kind of go directly into the content. Don't talk about yourself anymore because someone else already did, right? So, but I understand that at some point in your presentation, you wanna show who you are, right? Because you want to make sure that people understand what you went through. That's why we tell stories on the presentation. Not stories about you, but stories about, you know, things that you did, the mistakes that you made, or the success that you had. You can always weave in stories about yourself into your presentation. And you know when is the best place for you to put your slides with your content information? Is the last slide. You know that a lot of people kind of put this slide, the last slide, they put like Q&A, right? Questions. Why? You know, if you're asking questions, everyone knows you're asking questions. Why do you have to need a slide with questions, right? The last slide is a perfect place to put your name, to put your Twitter account, to put your call to action, whatever call to action you have, because now people are just paying attention to you all the time during your whole presentation. So when they get to the end, they're like, I want to talk with this guy, right? You know, I want to talk because he was so cool, this presentation. But if you use that slide in the beginning, people are not paying attention to it. They're not even going to see the slides, right? They're not going to see it. They're only going to, they don't want to follow you because they don't know if the content you're going to present is actually going to be any good. So leave this slide, the presentation slide to the end, right? And if you have slides, it is good to have a presentation slide, right? Because if you publish your slides online, it's good that one of your slides actually have your contact information, have your call to action on it. So it is good that you have a presentation slide at some point in your talk, but leave that to the end and don't even talk about it, right? Just go, anyone has any questions? Well, if you can look here at my contact information, you can follow me on Twitter. And if I don't answer the questions right now, you can ask me later on Twitter or something like this. So you can just leave the slides there while you answer questions. Okay, so yeah, if you do use the slides, that's going to be another video, right? Talking about slides. But if you do use the slides, don't start with presenting yourself. Leave that to the end, or present yourself in the middle of the presentation somehow, and put the slides with your contact information towards the end where you're going to give your call to action. Okay? So if you have any more questions, you can follow me on Twitter, or you please ask on the comments below. I'm going to be answering questions about your career or about sharing. But I would like to invite you to join us on the Code for Life initiative, because that is, we have a series of content, lots of cool videos, an amazing interviews with top speakers in the industry, and all of that you can access on the links below. So this is Bruno Souza for Code for Life. Thanks a lot.